Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 14 of Civilization 5 as Rome on Immortal difficulty. So this is only really my second game on Immortal difficulty, don't forget that. Well, technically it's my third because I did restart the last one when I got wrecked very early on. And even though I did win the last game, I wanted to do another game or two on Immortal just to kind of make sure that I can do it and it isn't a fluke. I will be perfectly honest though, I do think that I'm sort of really struggling to tread water, as we found Antananarivo. Wow, we actually have the most gold. That's very nice. And what I mean by sort of struggling to tread water is that I've got to the point now in this game where I think I'm at that level where I'm starting to struggle with it a bit. I mean, I have proven that I can win, but I'm finding it difficult. Rome has built everything that it can right now. Let's go ahead and get a castle, because, well, let's get an armory. There's more XP if we build units there. And we'll queue up a castle and a stable, because, you know, why not? We get a production bonus to them everywhere else. And one thing I find with this game is as it gets more difficult, it does feel like it becomes less enjoyable. For me, that's my personal opinion. So the more difficult it gets, the less enjoyable it gets. But I'm still going to carry on. I feel like I'm in a good spot. I mean, I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to win this game, but I don't feel at the moment, looking at the scores and the differences between me and the top, I don't suddenly feel like, oh my god, the AI's absolutely going to wreck me and I'm not going to be able to do anything. So I'm okay for now. I would like to try and uncover some more land in Morocco and Brazil, because I'd like to know what the geography is around there, because he is going to be the big problem. All of a sudden we're finding a lot more city-states though. May purchase with faith. Okay, what exactly may we purchase? Missionaries or inquisitors? Neither are particularly useful really. So remind me later. We don't have any of the buildings in our religion, do we? No, we don't. I don't think we've adopted anybody else's religion. It's also unlikely that we will adopt anybody else's religion, given the fact that we have no one else really putting pressure on us. So I think what we'll do is we'll just get missionaries. In fact, Kabul want a missionary, so let's go ahead and get one. Actually, let's go ahead and just buy a missionary, and we'll just start spreading our religion around a little bit where we can. You are going to build a road there first, and then you'll do the farm. On to the next turn. 10 turns away from getting a great artist. Of course, we have a slot for great work in the palace, but we will need to start building some specific buildings to put those things in. I know on the last game I kind of ignored tourism completely. I'm not too sure whether that helped me or hindered me, but if we actually have a look at the moment, there's a little bit of tourism. Japan's actually got the most. So, what's going on over here? Why can we see this? Is my scout around there somewhere? I assume so, looking at the little swath we've cut out on the map. I think my scout's up there. Yeah, there's my scout. So this is why we've suddenly started finding a load of these city-states. But it looks like most of them are on a little island all on their own up here. But this is good. This land might actually circle around and connect up with Morocco and stuff. So we'll see what happens there. So you're going to go there and build the road. That'll get that road finished. Then we'll come over here and we'll build one up to Yerevan, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles is the shortest we can do it from. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, whichever way we go, it's going to be an extra 4 tiles. Missionary. Let's prioritise 2 things. One, we'll send you down to Karakorum and we'll start the spread there, and then we'll come down and go to Kabul, and that should help us out. Not an awful lot we could do on that turn again either, really. So we're just saving up some money, trying to build as many of the buildings in the capital as we can. You want to buy our wine. Let's go ahead and see if he'll swap for cotton. And he does. Brilliant. Fantastic. I doubt I'm going to get a declaration of friendship with him. Pedro's complete. See, this is another thing. This might be the reason why Brazil's getting such a high score. Brazil often goes for a culture victory, and he's getting a lot of wonders. And wonders do give you a big boost in score. Now, I proved on the last game that you can still win, even if you've practically got no wonders at all. So, yeah, that's the deal that had ended. You have grown in terms of population. 2 food and 1 production. It's not a bad tile, so I can't really argue with it. We'll keep you there for the time being. What else do we need to do? I was going to go to Japan and ask him if he'd like a joint... While he is friendly, would you like a joint declaration of friendship? No, he wouldn't, because he's a complete arsehole. What about Ram? I don't suppose we've got the option yet. No. Okay, fine. Well, you guys just keep beating up on England. And I'll settle at that for now. We could possibly get the Mayans to go to war with Japan. And just get the AI to fight each other constantly. I definitely think that's one of the things that helped me in my previous game, is the AI were definitely fighting with each other a lot. And that really did help. So 1 spread of religion there. It isn't enough to actually get it to follow yet. But it'll start it off, and then we can move you down, and we'll go and expend you down here in Kabul. So, on to the next turn we go. We haven't got a road down here to Kabul. We don't really need one, I suppose, so that's fine. This is probably Siam. Yeah, Siam protecting Kabul. Which is fine, because we're not going to attack them. You know, they're friendly with us. We liberated them. We're going to have a lot of influence with them for a long while. In fact, current influence is 177. And if we just do this mission, which, you know, there's no reason why we shouldn't do this mission. If we go ahead and do this mission, we will get even more influence with them. So, that is fine. It looks like borders have grown. Not terribly important. Still a few more things to repair, but let's go ahead and get that marble quarry done. Shame there's no sea tiles worth working, but at least it means we don't really need to bother building a lighthouse here. There's a few untapped resource tiles on the island, of course. I mean, we could put something up here and grab some more wine and some more sheep, but really, what's the point? You know, we only get the happiness from the wine once. We've already got to a point where we're selling it to pretty much everyone that we can who'll give us a decent price. And the horses and the sheep are just there for the sake of food growth, really. We can establish a trade route. Where did we say that highest value trade route was? It's actually now Antium to London. Well, I guess Antium's... Well, it's not our only coastal city, but it's one of them. So, Antium to London, 20 gold per turn. Well, let's go ahead and do that. Now, England actually has Wales, which is nice, because we do have some demand for Wales. We're making money, and I do have the most money. Do I have anything that you... Will you buy horses? No. Will you buy iron? Yes.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement with...
Now, wasn't it used to be like 3 for 2 or something like that?
I beg your pardon.
No? 2 for 2? Not as much as I'd have hoped for, but mainly what I want to do is buy from you your whales. If I give you... It's going to be 9 gold per turn, as it usually is with the AI. No? 10?
That's unacceptable.
No way to make the deal work at all, not even if I give you 12. No, maybe she doesn't have any spare then. Oh well, that's a shame. Not the end of the world though. You need to move in closer and spread religion. So that'll be that mission completed on the next turn. Something needs orders. Oh yeah, you've got to do that quarry, haven't you? That'll add a bit more production here. So navigation is only 6 turns away. Then we can start building frigates and privateers. Siam has already captured Coventry, so that's weakened Elizabeth considerably. It's also strengthened Siam, though, which is the problem. I'm not sure in this game whether I prefer to go up against several weak AIs or one sort of super powerful AI. But the important thing to remember is that the fewer AI you have to deal with, the less you have to worry about the politics. Because if you attack the one remaining AI, who are you going to upset? So, Ivory deal has ended. It looks like we were doing Ivory for citrus. We could try and get that again, at least until she gets wiped out. She has plenty of citrus. Ivory for... No, wow. That is really mean. Okay, so let's go and trade... Oh, you don't want Ivory. Let us get the copper, though. Golden ages are always worth it, so let's go ahead and pay for that. So we've got ivory. We'll see if we can sell it to Pakal. So I have ivory. Would you, kind sir, be willing to give me 7 gold per turn? No. What about 6? You gave me 6 for something else. Yeah, okay. So he doesn't like me that much, which is understandable. Let's get some farms over here now, because all we've got in this city are crappy tiles right now. Might want to get a lumber mill or two, something like that. There is actually a newer update to this enhanced user interface mod, but I haven't downloaded it yet. It changes some things around slightly on the Diplo screen, but it's not all that important for me. Oddly enough, someone has chosen to ban jewellery. I don't think that really affects us because we aren't friendly with any mercantile city-states, but that's kind of weird. The road is now done. So you guys are going to come over here and start working on the road over to Yerevan. And World's Fair passes, which is good. Now, Kume has finished its production of whatever it was working on, so let's go ahead and get you on the World's Fair. So, we definitely like to get bronze, because a golden age is always good. We definitely like a free social policy. Now, culture, increased by 100% for 20 turns, is nice, but our culture's crap anyway. So it may not be all that useful. So, we'll see how far we can get. I'm not going to try too hard to get gold. We'll just see how it goes, but I would like to get silver. It would also be nice as well, although we probably need to grow this city slightly, to be working these university slots. But I think we'll work the Writers Guild slot just for the time being, and then we'll switch over. So let's go on to the next turn. Actually should have switched some of my other buildings, or my other cities over. Rome is working on the castle, it doesn't really need to be. Karakorum's working on the courthouse. I'd kind of like that to finish, if I'm honest. So, let's do a few things. Let's go into Rome. And you're going to work on the World's Fair, and we'll put that up top. See, the project's only 1% completed so far, which means nobody's really working super hard on it. There are quite a few civilizations at war with each other. You can start working on it when the courthouse is finished. You're building a university, which I'd kind of like you to carry on with. Ivory to Ram for gold per turn, so we were just literally selling it to him for cash. Does anybody else want it? Elizabeth, but she's still being tight. What about Morocco? You want ivory. Would you be willing to give me 7 gold per turn? No. What about 6 then? Wow, 5? Not an awful lot. Might as well have sold it to England. I'm just going to turn my keyboard lights on here. It's getting a bit dark. As you can see by the time up here, it's only sort of just after 5 PM in the evening, and it's already starting to get dark here. Can't see which keys I'm randomly hitting on the keyboard. So it'll be nice when Kume reaches out to that wheat. This city is going to have a lot of food here, so that will be really good for it working all of those specialist slots. I'm happy with that. I also need to sort of get these sheep connected up and everything else, so... Well, that was a very non-productive turn. We also want to make sure we get another sea trade route as well. Warwick has been captured by Japan. Looks like England's getting wrecked at this point. I don't mind Japan getting a little bit stronger, because Japan weren't all that strong to begin with. I don't really want Ram getting too strong, that's the only problem. But still, if they start wiping each other out, that helps me, so... The main problem is Brazil, because it looks like Brazil is kind of on their own with nobody to hassle them. And that is something I do not like. Yeah, we're still working a lot of terrible tiles over here, but... We'll keep working them for the time being. Let's have a look how the World's Fair is doing. It's 12% done. And we've contributed 142 hammers. There is a formula to work out exactly how many hammers are required in total to finish the project. Now remember, you don't have to put in a certain amount of production to get gold. To get gold, you have to put in the top production. But you need to know how much production is left before the thing is finished. And I can't remember the formula, but it's something to do with the number of civilizations that started the game. So in this case, it would be 8. Multiplied by or divided by something, and then you're factoring the pace of the game as well. I can't remember what the formula, but there is a way you can work it out. So we've got navigation, that's good. We can now start building frigates and privateers. I think what I'd like to do now, possibly, is just start rushing scientific theory. Would also be nice to get gunpowder, as we are going to be militaristic. Getting cannons could be really useful. We don't have any manufacturers. Getting more production. I think, in fact, yeah, scientific theory into chemistry, because we do want that production. That will help us out. Although we could go economics. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. Remember, of course, we still need to build Oxford University, which will allow us to get a free... Oh, wow, we don't even have a slot with a great work to put a great work of art in. Can we build our artist guild yet? No. Wow. Well, I'm not going to sit around and waste him. I'll just pop him for a golden age. Might as well. I mean, we are working on the World's Fair, so it's going to help. You want to buy ivory from me. How about you just swap it with the citrus? I assume that's the citrus you stole from England anyway, so... You were trading that with me before. So we will have to start going and picking on other AIs. We'll have to find somebody who's weak that we can take out easily, because we're going to need to sort of get up onto the mainland, but we need to be able to protect ourselves. We've got a great scientist, that is good. Kume has grown. Gold per turn. Gold for horses. We've got a lot of horses, actually. If he's still willing to buy them, which he might be. He is still technically willing to buy them. So, 5 horses for... Is it 4 gold per turn? I'm sure that formula's wrong. He's got a declaration of friendship, actually. No, we don't. I thought he's got a declaration of friendship and I could have just sold them directly, but we can't. Now, will you give me anything for horses? No, you won't. Okay, that's fine. So, Kume's actually starving right now, which is interesting. Has Kume just grown? Yeah. So, you don't have any decent tiles to work that give you decent food. Let's, stop working that production tile and put you on that food tile. And that wheat tile doesn't give us a lot. I guess it's desert wheat, which is pretty crap. It doesn't give us an awful lot. At least you're not starving anymore. Which means we can't even technically work the university. I thought Kume should have had a load of food. I guess we do need to grab ourselves a few more... Let's just move you out of there. Let's go ahead and... I don't normally ever do this, but let's just go ahead and purchase ourselves... Oh, it's the general that's causing the problem, not the longswordsman. So let's go ahead and purchase a worker. I wouldn't normally do that, but I think we need to start getting some farms and pastures and stuff built here. I'd love to be able to continue the road, but you guys are in the way. So what do you want me to do? Let's go over here and work on that. You can't do anything for now, so just skip the turn. Do we want to go ahead and get a academy? I think it's still early enough in the game to make it count. So let's go ahead and put it down over here. Now, obviously, we are going to have an observatory because we're next to a mountain and we have the National College. So we will get double bonuses from that. And you consider this, turn 271, we've just got our first great scientist. You go back and watch that previous game as Babylon and count how many great scientists we had by turn 271. I mean, yes, they get a free one when they discover writing, but the speed at which we gained them was just truly unbelievable. So we'll move you down here. We will go ahead and construct an academy. We will make sure that we are working that tile. It says 8, but it's actually giving us 20. If you look at the total there, we go from 157 to 177. So obviously the bonuses are all racking up, so that helps quite a lot. World's Fair, 29% completed, 362. I don't think we're going to go for gold. It'll probably be Brazil that wins that, almost certainly. You guys now just start working on the pasture. We want to sort out the food problems here. You guys can go and work on a farm. You can get back into the city. We have flipping barbarians again. That camp has respawned over there. We need to go and deal with that. which is annoying because it now means that the wine has been destroyed. And we can't see over the forest either, which is problematic. We'll leave those guys in there for the time being, though. I think we're safe from the pikemen. Longswordsman, you can go over here and help out, because we have barbs that need dealing. You're going to go to sleep. On to the next turn we go, which will probably be the last turn. Now, fortunately, Japan has made peace with England. England have got pretty much wrecked, though. Actually, now showing us friendly as well, which is odd. I think they've managed to keep their capital. There we go. There's Brazil again with even more culture-based wonders. Just bumping him further up the score table. World's Fair update. It's now 33% complete. Okay, enemy is near. Yeah, he's pillaging stuff now, which I do not like. Fortunately, we can't really get close to him to do anything right now. Very annoying. That was supposed to have been the end of the turn. So Japan is piecing out. I think Siam is still at war. Now, what we could do now, if we wanted to be a real dick about things, is we could go to Pakal and try and get him to go to war with Japan, or vice versa. Get them guys fighting each other. Now, we technically do more damage with the city if we had the crossbowmen garrisoned in there. But we'll just do it this way for speed. That's them sorted out. We will go and clear the camp. Let's go to Pakal. Trade. Will you declare war on England? He's not willing to do it. England probably won't because... No, not England. It was Japan we wanted. That's why. Derp. Will you declare war on Japan? He will actually do it. He's asking for quite a bit. I'm guessing 10 to 15 gold per turn here. 15 is the maximum I'd be willing to go up to, and he won't do it. What about if we go to Japan and try and do this the other way around? Would you be willing to declare war on Pakal? He wants even more for it. Yeah, I'm not willing to pay that much for it. It's a shame. We can always try again later. It's not that we have to rush it. Caravan will carry on going to Yerevan. There's no point in getting rid of them at the moment because we don't have the production to actually build the other ships. World's Fair, 517. We need 525, so Rome is going to stop working on that. And Kume's working on it. Karakoram, you don't need to work on it anymore. I think they were the only cities that were working on it, to be honest. Yep, that should be fine. But that's all we've got time for, so that's the end of the video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Civilization 5 as Rome. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye for now.